Yo, what up, guys? You guys, I'm sure, have heard about the whole Kermit the Frog. Kermit Gate is what I'm calling it, with old Patrick Mahomes over there in Kansas City Chiefs that absolutely nobody is afraid of. And certainly not our rookies, Trey Taylor, or anybody else that is on the team. The days of being worried about the Kansas City Chiefs are over. We proved that last year when we absolutely dominated them in that Christmas Day game. So I think at this point, if anybody is going to be afraid of anybody, it's going to be Patrick Mahomes being afraid of our defensive line, because let's face it, our defensive line is pretty stacked right now, especially if Tyree Wilson takes that next step in his career, which he is set to do, and we are all looking forward to him doing just that. And then Malcolm Kuntz showing out that he is the real deal. Those 8 sacks that he got in the second half of the season is going to continue and carry on into this season, and so I'm really excited about that. So some other updated news, reports coming out of training camp. We've had a few days of it so far, and the quarterback situation is still up in the air officially, but the reports are coming out that Gardner Minshew has struggled at times, yesterday throwing up to 3 interceptions. Not confirmed. I don't know the exact number, but that's just the number that I've heard so far. And Aiden O'Connell has been doing a really good job. Does that mean that Aiden O'Connell is guaranteed to be QB1? No, it is not. But what it does show is that Aiden O'Connell is actually taking advantage of the position that he's in right now, and he could absolutely end up being QB1 and could end up becoming a franchise quarterback for the Raiders. Now, why would that be valuable to the Raiders? First of all, he's a 4th round quarterback, which means he is a very cheap quarterback. He is making less than $1 million a year right now. And if you look at guys like Trevor Lawrence, they're making $55 million, which eats up a ton of cap space for any team trying to build a Super Bowl championship team around them. The Raiders still have cap space to spare. We're somewhere around $30 million right now. And the reason is because we're not paying a quarterback $55 million. Now, reports are coming out that Dak Prescott's wanting $60 million. The quarterback market is just going to continue to rise and rise and rise, and it's going to make it more difficult for any team to get out there and get quality players that are not quarterbacks. I mean, let's just take a look at it. Is Brock Purdy the most valuable player on the San Francisco 49ers? No, he's not. But he is a good quarterback. He's a good middle-of-the-pack kind of guy. He's not an Aaron Rodgers. He's not a Patrick Mahomes. He's not a Tom Brady. But he is decent. However, the 49ers are going to have to pay him like he's an elite quarterback simply because he got him to the Super Bowl. So it doesn't matter if he's an average quarterback or not. These guys are going to be extraordinarily expensive. And Aiden O'Connell will be the same way when it gets later down the road. However, Tom Brady, as much as Raiders fans despise him, as do I, he was known for one thing, and that was taking team-friendly deals when it came to his contracts in order for the Patriots to build a Super Bowl caliber team around him. And Aiden O'Connell's idol, the guy that he looks up to model his game after and his career after, happens to be none other than Tom Brady. So right now we got him on a very cheap deal. He's not costing us anything against the cap. And Gardner Minshew really isn't either. I mean, look at it. Guys who he has better stats than are making $55 million a year. Gardner's making $12.5 million a year. That's backup money in the NFL, slightly above the average backup's making $8 to $10 million a year. But with that being said, we can move on from Gardner Minshew next year. We'll only eat $15 million off of his contract for being with us for 1 year if Aiden O'Connell proves to be the real deal. And Aiden O'Connell will only be in the 3rd year of his contract under a rookie scale contract where he's making less than $1 million. So if you need to add some more pieces, re-sign guys, you have that ability to do it. So we have 2 good years. If Aiden O'Connell can be even middle of the pack quarterback with our defense and a solid cast around him, we certainly could make a deep playoff run, maybe even a potential Super Bowl run with a guy like Aiden O'Connell. And then remember, we'll move into next year. He'll be under that same contract, and it won't even be a negotiation yet for us to increase him, because that will only be year 3 of a 4-year rookie deal, and we could franchise tag him after that if we wanted to. But I think come year 3, that's when we may take a look at upgrading his payday, may give him some bonuses to keep him happy. But I think year 4 is when we'll make that contract negotiation with him. Hopefully he'll take a team-friendly deal, and the Raiders will be able to continue to stack the team with high caliber quality players, and we can be the guys that the Chiefs start to fear, and we can own the Chiefs just like we own the Broncos. Drop a comment down below. Let me know how you guys feel about this assessment of the Raiders so far.